Hello everyone, welcome to Planetbase, a game which I will be playing for my channel. As the main series, I will be posting a video daily, except for Tuesday and Thursday, on which I will be posting a World of Warships video. Now, let's talk about Planetbase. Planetbase is basically, you settle on a planet and you try to build a base there. Hence, planets and base. On the main menu we can see the colony ship over here, and we will be landing that on the planet momentarily. Let's start a new game. I've unlocked Class D, which is a Mars-like planet at the moment, and I've also unlocked a Class F, which is an ice planet. So let's just go for the basic one, the Class D planet, which again looks like Mars, but it's not Mars. It's a medium-sized desert planet with a thick CO2 atmosphere, which partially protects it from meteors and solar flares. The characteristics of the planet are pretty straightforward. We got a high light amount, so it's close enough to the sun that solar panels operate at full capacity. Atmosphere density is high, so there's a lot of wind, so we can build wind turbines. They will work at full capacity. There's a high risk of sandstorms because we're on a desert planet, so that kind of makes sense. No solar flare risk, so that's nice. And there is a low meteor risk. So we can pick a random location. Doesn't really matter. You can't go on the poles. It's a bit of a shame, but let's go for North 8, East 10. And let's just call it D1. Base D1. It's my... yeah. Oh, I accidentally moved the marker a bit. So let's go and land over there. When a power cut occurs, the circuits further away. Oh, there we go. So here's our colony ship coming down. We get a nice little cinematic. Can't be skipped, as far as I know, which is a bit of a shame if you're doing repeat playthroughs, but for now it's fine. And out come our colonists. They have special little colored suits to show what type of colonists they are. I mean, we've got workers, we've got biologists, we've got an engineer, we've got a medic, and we also get a few bots. We've got a carrier bot and an engineer bot. So first things first, let's see where we're going to build. I think we're going to build right around here, and then have our outside area here, and we got a nice open area where we can branch out and build a big base. Let's place down an oxygen generator. Let's do a large one, so that we'll begin bringing supplies over there from our colony ship. It's got a lot of steel, bioplastic, it's got food, spare parts and repair stuff, and first aid, so that's always nice. Then we're gonna go outside and we're gonna build a solar panel over here. I'm gonna build an airlock. We first have to build the oxygen generator to build an airlock, I believe, which is fine. Meanwhile, we build a water collector once that's done, because I kind of want to place an airlock over here and then connect that to the solar farm. So if my engineer would be kind enough to build it, that would be great. There we go, it's got oxygen. Oh, let's try that instead. Ah, there we go. So we connect the airlock to the O2 supplier, and then we will build exterior water extractor, tuck it away over here, connect that up. We're also going to build a power collector, which is basically a giant battery, and we can conveniently see how many power we have stored up. That way, if the sun goes away, we will still have power to last through the night, so that's nice. And yeah, we're just gonna fast forward for now, let him build a bit. All the colonists can move stuff, but only engineer bots and engineers. Ooh, that was pretty close. So we've built the water extractor. We've got power. So now our oxygen generator is making oxygen, so that they won't suffocate to death. That's always useful. Right, so let's place a canteen down. This is where people can eat. It's pretty important. And then we will place a biodome over here, where we can grow plants and all that. Let's try and store up a little bit of power. We won't be using much overnight, so that should be okay. And tomorrow we'll have a full day to have the solar panel out, and it'll slowly fill up. People are starting to run low on oxygen, so they're gonna go inside, so they won't suffocate. Looks like power is going slow enough that we will last throughout the night without problems. We're building the biodome, that's good. Our biologists will be able to grow food in there. Just have to build the connecting piece. Yeah, this is one of the drawbacks of only having one airlock at the beginning. It's pretty slow for people to get in and out. Power storage is low. We're not entirely through the night yet, so that's gonna be a bit tight. Let's just turn this off for now. That way we will be using a bit less power. Yeah, just waiting for our colonists to get everything done. Once they get the canteen up, I'm gonna be building a dorm for them to sleep in, which is also pretty useful, so they won't die of insomnia. For bedrooms you can either have a cabin or a dorm. A dorm is basically a shared sleeping facility. Let's just build a small one that we can tuck in over there. Oh, we've run out of power, so we won't be getting any more oxygen. People are starting to run low on water. So we're going to edit the interior of this. We're going to add a table, a water fountain, a meal maker, and a TV screen. So the table is pretty straightforward. People like to sit when they eat. It's a bit better for morale than if they sit in the hallway. Water fountain so they can drink. A meal machine, which is where they put in food that you can grow in the biodome. Once they put it in there, it will be converted into meals. And then finally the TV screen, so they have some sort of entertainment. If their morale drops, they start to work slower and slower, which can basically be a death spiral for your colony. So we're almost through the night. Power's gonna come online any second, which is gonna be good. We're gonna need the power. And then after this, I might go ahead and check how many resources we got left. I'm gonna have to build a mine. I'm gonna build it over here if possible. It's gotta be built next to a hill or at the base of a mountain. Yeah, I'm afraid that's gonna be a little bit too far away. We could place it over there, but the pathing is, well, it's a bit far away from the airlock. I wouldn't call it ideal. Really hope they finish the canteen soon, otherwise we're gonna have lots of problems. We're gonna turn the biodome back on, and we're gonna place a potato pad over here. Potato pad gives some starch, which we can use to produce bioplastic, and it also gives us a couple of food, which is also not bad. So, talking about starch, the brownish plants up here are basically some food and a tiny bit of starch. The red ones are food production, so we're going to place down a tomato pad, which is fast production but high maintenance. But I feel like it's the early game, we can afford it. We can also put down the medicinal pad, but we'll be waiting for that for a little bit until we have some more people. Medicinal pad will grow medicinal plants, and we can use those plants with some bioplastic to make first aid kits. And we can sell those later on. You can also place down a pine or an oak tree. They produce a tiny bit of oxygen during the day, consume it during the night, and people like watching it, like looking at trees. It makes them feel slightly better, so it works like a TV screen. There we go. Materials are in place. Let's just hope they build it before anyone dies. There we go, the fountain is up. Now it's up to our colonists to get a drink. Yeah, there we go, they're all queuing up now. So we should be fine. Engineer's gonna get a drink. So hopefully, yep, the bot's going to finish off the connection. And then we can add some beds in our dorm. There we go, place one for now. It's fine. And then people can go to sleep. They can eat, they can drink. Yeah, thank you, game. You could recycle the colony ship. Indeed I can. There's a button up here. If I press that, the entire colony ship disappears. We have more building materials to work with. I want to build storage. And I will place it there. I will connect it up with the biodome and the canteen. That way, the food that is produced over here can be stored in here and then brought to the meal maker over here when it's required. But there we go. Medic is becoming a bit tired. Already see people are starting to go to bed. After we've built the storage unit, we're gonna build a processing plant. We're gonna have to... Right, I'm gonna do this for now. Just place a cheap pad down. And I will build a mine over here. Connect that up. We can get ore in the mine, which makes sense. Then we bring it inside, bring it to the processing plant, and then we make steel. And we also put down a machine that can make bioplastic from starch, and then we have our own building materials. There we go. Biologist is at work. He's a bit sad, so he's not working as fast. They will start to... biologists will prioritize the more damaged plants. So you can see the conditions going back up to good. It requires one biologist, produces 2 vegetables and starch. And then we have the tomato pad over here. Requires biologist and produces 3 food. And you can see how far it is, condition. If the condition is bad, the plant won't go as fast. Oh, there we go, we got the storage, that's nice. Mine is operational, we got a worker in there, he's producing ore. Connection's up, I hope to... Yeah, I think the robot might be stuck in there, that's a bit sad. So let's do that. Oh, there's another... There we go, we got the full materials back from that, so that's not a waste. And we will build a processing plant over here. We're starting to run low on resources. We got some food from our tomato plant. They automatically drop 3 food when they're done. No need to harvest them, which is nice. Just gonna make sure to collect it and bring it over to the meal maker. We still got 10 meals in reserve. They're still lying outside, but we're okay. We're starting to look like we'll make it. Medic doesn't really have anything to do, so he's just gonna help carry food around and other things. It's a bit less efficient to have people do it over your carrier bots, but if they're not doing anything anyway, you might as well, right? There we go, processing plant is being built. We have some starch in storage. We almost got our first ore. Oh, our bot is broken down. He's in very poor condition. Luckily the engineer, if he's able to walk up there, will be able to fix it without problems. He just doesn't have to be asleep. Which he... no. We got 2 workers asleep. Oh, there we go. He's going outside. What a brave man. We might place down a second bed. People are getting really tired. Yeah, there we go. Processing plant is online. I'm gonna place down a metal processor. And we could place down a bioplastic processor, but we're not gonna yet. I want them to prioritize the metal first, so we can build more things outside. Because we might need a second battery soon. All this stuff is going to take up some power, and we're going to need to be able to store plenty during the day. Just checking, yeah, we're consuming 31 kilowatts, we're producing 50 during the day. We're gonna need to expand our battery after this. But that's fine. In theory, we have everything in place. Oh, nearly pressed the wrong button. Thank God for failsafes. We're gonna place down a second bed, so more people can sleep. There we go. We have enough bioplastic for it anyway. Good, we got more people at work. Yeah, we're getting pretty low on power. Let's place that over there. Just making sure nobody breaks a leg, because workers can get injured in the mine, which is not ideal, but we should be fine for now. I will manually increase the priority of this room. We have ore in the metal processor, so a worker should be prioritizing this room now. So as long as there is ore in this machine, we will have someone working on it. Yep, there he goes. Ahmad Valenzuela. Okay. I am glad you're on our side. It's a cool little terminal over there. Well, this has been a pretty successful first episode. We're gonna finish up the battery, I believe. Oh no, wait, we don't have enough resources, that's all our steel over there. Using 32 kilowatts. Oh, I think we're gonna have a power shortage tonight. Right. Ooh, that was close. We're gonna disable the mine. We're gonna disable the plant. And we're gonna call it here for this episode. Thank you for watching. If you liked, please leave a like. Comment if you have anything to say. And I will see you all tomorrow with another Planetbase episode.